out to the pack. It is Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
In today's video, NBA 2K has a mobile game, right? And in that mobile game, they have rosters, they have teams. And what I wanted to do is compare the rosters on the 2K mobile game and compare the rosters in NBA 2K21 and see what 2K thinks is different. But there is a little catch here. So they didn't update the players. Like, for example, LaMarcus Aldridge isn't on the Spurs anymore and is actually out of the league now. They have not updated that, but they have updated ratings throughout the year. They have changed ratings. So ratings have changed, so don't think that it's just like this is the day one ratings. That's not true. They have updated ratings, but some players are still on the same teams as before. That's it, okay? But before this video starts, please be an OG, join the pack and subscribe. We're trying to get this channel to 300,000 subscribers. That would be clutch. Now, I'm going to start off with the Philadelphia 76ers, as we always do, and we are with, you know, Ben Simmons to start off with. So Ben Simmons 86 overall, while Ben Simmons 87 overall on mobile. Okay, but the big one, Seth Curry. Seth Curry is an 80 overall in NBA 2K21 mobile. Here's the thing though, that's a 5 overall difference. Being a 75 overall means like you're a role player. Being an 80 overall means you're a good starter. That's a pretty big difference. And Seth Curry is a baller. He hits threes better than anybody in the NBA, at least on a consistent basis. Like, I think it's pretty accurate. I think he should be at least close to the 80 overall club. That's just how I feel, man. But Danny Green is at the exact same, which I'm not surprised. And then Tobias Harris is a little lower in mobile. And Joel Embiid way lower. Joel Embiid's a 92 overall in mobile, while in the NBA 2K21 game, he's a 95 overall. That's a 3 overall difference, and one's an MVP candidate and one's just a good center. And I mean, you know, I think the 2K one is a little more accurate for this one. So it's funny how there's some things I agree with mobile, and then there's some things I agree with 2K. It's pretty different. Now, we're with the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? So this one, Drew Holiday is almost the same. Donte DiVincenzo, almost the same. Chris Middleton's actually higher in mobile with 2 overall plus. Giannis is 1 overall higher, which makes him one of the highest rated players in the NBA in mobile version. And then Brook Lopez has 2 overall change, but I think 2K is a little more accurate on this one. The one that I think is interesting is Chris Middleton has a higher rating than Drew Holiday in mobile, while Drew Holiday has a higher rating than Chris Middleton in the actual 2K game. And I have to agree with the actual 2K game. Drew Holiday has been a little more consistent and is a better defender this year than Chris Middleton, my opinion, but I agree that it's kind of close. So for the Chicago Bulls, this one's pretty interesting. So Kobe White's way lower. Zach LaVine is way lower. Otto Porter's not even on the team anymore, but I guess the only ones that we can really compare is Zach LaVine and Kobe White. Both are lower, and I guess the mobile game compares your winning rate a lot more. So if you're a team that loses more, you have a lower rating, I guess. But Zach LaVine definitely needs to be an 88 overall. That doesn't make any sense. I disagree with the mobile game on that one. Okay, so for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Colin Sexton is the same rating. Darius Garland isn't even a starter. Neither is Cedi Osman. And then Kevin Love has a higher rating in the mobile game, but obviously that's not the case anymore. In fact, Kevin Love being an 80 overall is already kind of a joke in 2K in general. Like, Darius Garland shouldn't be lower than Kevin Love, if we're just being 100% honest. That's just no cap. Now, for the Boston Celtics, Kemba Walker has a way higher rating in the mobile game. Jaylen Brown's exactly the same, while Jason Tatum has a lower rating, but in the mobile game is a 91 overall. You know, I might have agreed with the mobile game on Jason Tatum, right? And I think that when playoff time comes around, Jason Tatum's going to be like an almost 30-point per game scorer, because that's just what he always does in the playoffs. But as of now, I think 89 overall is fair. I think it is. Okay, so for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley, now that's coming back, like according to the league, is the same rating. Paul George is the same rating. Kawhi Leonard's the same rating. Ibaka's the same rating. Whoa, that's actually kind of crazy that 2K and mobile game agree 100% on the Clippers rating. It's kind of crazy. So for the Memphis Grizzlies, who are really trying to fight for this playoff spot, John Morant's the same. Dylan Brooks is a little higher in the mobile game. Jaren Jackson Jr. is healthy according to this. And then Jonas Valanciunas is way higher in the actual game itself with 3 overall change, but besides that, not many changes with the Grizzlies. I have to agree though, Jonathan Valanciunas right now is the second best player on this team because Jaren Jackson has been injured, and I think it's been obvious. So for the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young actually has a higher rating in the mobile game than in the 2K game, and I think that the mobile game is actually a lot more accurate. The Hawks have been winning. Trae Young is putting amazing stats up. Why shouldn't he be at least an 89 overall? I agree with that 100%. DeAndre Hunter has a way lower rating. I guess the mobile game doesn't take into account defense like that. And then Clint Capella also has a way lower rating. So that's doubling down on how unimportant mobile game thanks to like defenses, I guess. That's what it's feeling like so far. So for the Miami Heat, all right, they have Jimmy Butler as a 92 overall on the same like wavelength, I guess. And then Bam has a little higher of a rating in the mobile game, which is accurate. I think 2K having him as an 87 overall is completely disrespectful to Bam. It just is. Now, for the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball isn't even on the starting lineup while he's at 85 overall in 2K, which is, you know, fair. Terry Rozier 81 while he's at 82 in this one. Gordon Hayward 83 tied. PJ Washington the same. So not many changes here and there for the Hornets. Very, very minimal. For the Utah Jazz, okay, Mike Conley has 2 overall higher in freaking the 2K game, but that's because his defense is better, right? Donovan Mitchell has a little higher of a rating in the actual game itself. Joe Ingles isn't even a starter. Royce O'Neal is a little higher in the mobile game, and then Rudy Gobert is a little lower in the mobile game. Little changes, not really enough to really talk about anything here. For the Sacramento Kings, this one should be pretty interesting. De'Aaron Fox higher. Harrison Barnes almost the same. Marvin Bagley almost the same, and then Hassan Whiteside's actually starting here. De'Aaron Fox is the only one with 2 overall change upward. I mean, if you've seen this team, De'Aaron Fox has been carrying this team as hard as he can, so it makes sense. For the Knicks, I'm sure this one's gonna be controversial. Yup. Okay, Reggie Bullock is only a 72 overall. I don't know how, I mean, I think he's like a 76 in the normal game. RJ Barrett's a 77 while he's an 82 in 2K, and even then it's a little too low. Julius Randle has 5 overall lower than he should be. Mitchell Robinson's a little lower than he should be. The mobile game is disrespecting the Knicks even harder than 2K has been disrespecting the Knicks. It's kind of crazy. For the Los Angeles Lakers, Dennis Schroeder's a little higher than usual. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is a little higher. LeBron James is a 98 overall, which is making him probably the best player in the game. Anthony Davis is higher than what he actually is in 2K. And then we know that Andre Drummond's not on the mobile game for the Lakers. For the Orlando Magic, damn, it just shows you how much this team has changed. Nobody is the same anymore. That's nuts. For the Mavericks, Luka Doncic has a higher rating in the actual game. And then Porzingis has a lower rating in the 2K game, but besides that, not many changes. Also, the starting lineup is pretty bad when you just look at it. Okay, the Nets is insanity. It's even scarier on the mobile game because 92 Kyrie, 96 Harden, 96 Kevin Durant. What's interesting though is that they have Kevin Durant the same rating as James Harden in the mobile game. That's a hot take. If anything, I mean, assuming Kevin Durant's healthy, he should be maybe just 1 overall higher, which is what 2K has, but that's just my opinion, obviously. Now, for the Nuggets, obviously Jamal Murray is injured, but he has the same rating here. And then Nikola Jokic has a 93 in 2K in the mobile game, but in 2K, he's a 96 overall, making him one of the highest players in the game, which is insanity. The Indiana Pacers have Malcolm Brogdon not even starting in the regular game, but in the mobile game, he's an 86 overall. Karis LeVert is a little higher in the mobile game. TJ Warren's the same. Sabonis is the same, and Miles Turner is the same. So not many changes on the mobile game Pacers version. So for the Pelicans, we have Lonzo Ball way higher in the normal game, as he should be. There's no way Eric Bledsoe should have a higher rating than Lonzo. They're insane. Brandon Ingram is a lot higher, and Zion Williamson's a lot lower than they should be. In fact, having Zion under Brandon Ingram, rating-wise, is dumb. It makes no sense. For the Pistons, they have Blake Griffin higher than Jeremy Grant, which tells you everything you need to know about how bad the ratings are in mobile game. That's so bad. Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry has a way lower rating in the actual game. Fred VanVleet is actually higher in the mobile game, which is weird, which is really weird. And then Pascal Siakam's higher than in the regular game, and then that's really it. For the Rockets, John Wall higher than he is in the regular game, and Christian Wood is a little higher in the regular game than he is in the mobile game, and that's really it. Spurs, DeJounte Murray's way too low. Derek White's the same rating. Keldon Johnson, I think, is the same rating. DeMar is the same rating. And then LaMarcus isn't even in the league. But yeah, barely any changes for the Spurs at all. I mean, I guess you could argue the DeJounte Murray one is like, I guess, fair. But it's, I don't know. DeJounte's pretty good this season. Okay, so for the Suns, Chris Paul and Devin Booker have the same rating. While in the NBA game, Devin Booker has a higher rating than Chris Paul. Now, this has been a hot take all year. Who was the better player? When Chris Paul got here, they got a lot better, but Devin Booker is the best player on this team, at least in my opinion. So you would think he has 1 overall higher of a rating, but according to the mobile game, that's not the case. And then Bridges has a way lower rating in the mobile game. So for the Thunder, basically, Shea has a higher rating in the actual game than in the mobile game. And Lou Dort is a little higher in the regular game, but still pretty high, and that's really the big changes. So for the Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell, same rating. Anthony Edwards isn't even on the starting lineup, and then Cat is a little lower in the actual game itself. Besides that, though, not much. For the Blazers, okay, so Damian Lillard, same rating. CJ McCollum, almost the same rating, and then Enes Kanter is the actual starter. Besides that, no change. The Warriors. So, assuming the teams would be healthy, the Warriors don't even, well, 2K doesn't even think that Wiggins would be a starter. They think that Kelly Oubre would be a starter, which I don't know about that. So, kind of a weird one. At the end of the day, Draymond is 80 overall, while in the mobile game, he's not. Andrew Wiggins is also an 80 overall, while he's an 81 in the mobile game. So, little changes here and there. And then Curry's a 97 overall, tied as the best player in the league, while Curry's a 95 overall, making him like a top 5 player in the league in the mobile game. And then finally, the last one, Bradley Beal's only a 1 overall higher than Westbrook in the mobile game, while in 2K he's 2 overall different. And then Rui Hachimura is almost the same rating. Besides that, though, those are the major changes. What do you guys think? Which one is crazy? Which one is not? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.